Yesterday we talked about how to find missing sides using trigonometry. Today we're going to go over how to find a missing angle. So if they give me two sides and ask for angle I could find this missing angle. Now before we get to how to do this, I want to show you just some review and why we solve for x the way we did. So if it's 3 plus x equals 8, I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides and x equals 5. Now I subtract 3 because addition and subtraction are inverses and they cancel out and x is left by itself. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. This one, 3 times x equals 12, I'm going to divide by 3 and get x equals 4 because the opposite of multiplication is division. So those are the inverses. And the last one, to get rid of something squared, the inverse is square root. So x equals 5 because the inverse of something squared is the square root. So when we're going to solve for an x, we have to use an inverse. So let's look at this first problem. If x is my angle here, angle I, this side is adjacent. Across from the 90 is the hypotenuse. So I have adjacent and hypotenuse here. That's cosine. So it's cos angle I equals adjacent, which is 15. Over my hypotenuse, which is 17. So I want to solve for I, or isolate I. That means I got to move my cosine over. So I have to do the inverse of cosine. Now the inverse of cosine is something called inverse cosine. It's literally just cos with a little -1. It's a button on your calculator. You just hit second cosine. So the inverse of sine is sine -1. Cosine, cos -1. And tangent, easy, tan -1. So when we're isolating an angle, we're going to use these inverse sine, cosine, and tangents. So the same things are going to happen here. For inverse trig ratios, we're still going to label our triangle. We're still going to set up ratio. But we're going to use inverses, so sine -1, cos -1, tan -1, to solve for the missing angle. I'm going to show you what I mean on an example on the inside left, so turn your All right, so for our example, we're going to start by labeling this triangle. So we got 280 and 170 for the miles. At what angle x? So we're trying to find this angle. Would the builder need to construct the highway? So in between Buffalo, Albany, and New York City. So we're trying to find this angle. So let's start by labeling our sides. Across from the angle is opposite. Across from the 90's hypotenuse. Next to the angle is the adjacent. So I have adjacent and I have opposite here. I don't know the hypotenuse and I'm not asking about it, so I'm not going to use it. So think about SOH CAH TOA to help us set up our trig ratio. Opposite and adjacent go with TOA, so it's tangent. I don't know my angle, so that's my x equals opposite over adjacent. 280 over 170. Now I want to solve for x or that angle, so I got to move the tangent over. And to do that, I use the inverse. So inverse tangent, or tan -1 equals 280 over 170. So if you have a calculator, you could make this part a decimal first. And get 1.647. And then do tan -1. You could also do this in one step on your calculator, especially if you have a graphing calculator. You just hit second, then tangent. So it says tan -1. And then do 280 divided by 170, close parentheses. And we get x equals 58.7. And we were solving for an angle, so make sure you have the degree symbol. I will pause the video and go try those two you try problems on the. So this one says determine the angle of x round to the nearest tenth. So this is what I'm trying to find. This is my opposite. This is my adjacent. So we're going to use tangent. X equals opposite side is 9 over 5. So x equals, to move tangent over, we use tan -1. And it's just a button on our calculator. We type in tan -1, 9 over 5. 60.9 degrees to the nearest tenth. So 1 decimal place. Bottom one. We want to find the measure of angle A. Well, this is my opposite and adjacent. So tan angle X equals opposite, which is 300 over 400. So X equals tan -1, 300 over 400. And again, you just type this in your calculator, hit the second button, then tangent, and 300 divided by 400. So it's 36.869. It didn't say what to round to. So if you want to round to the nearest degree, that's fine. X equals 37 degrees. If you wanted to go to the tenths place, it would be 36.9 degrees. Whatever the question says to round to is what you should do. This one didn't say that, so I'll take a bunch of answers. Now, one little thing, all three examples ended up being tangent, opposite, and adjacent, but you could have sine or cosine as well. Just keep that in mind.